Welcome to the weekly reset, Dragonflight edition. Man, I've been excited for this. So originally I did want to make a longer version of this video to cover as much as I can, but I'm pretty ill today. And to save my voice and my throat, I'm going to keep it as short as I can. So today we're going to cover three things: the vaults, the plans for this week, and the plans for season 1, potentially. In terms of vaults, I have 5 characters, and I don't know if you've noticed already, but I have the Demon Hunter, the Warrior, the Monk, the Druid, and the Paladin. And they can all tank. Coincidence? So, to those that have been following me for a while, or been watching the content in Shadowlands, I mentioned that I want to get more into tanking, like specifically Mythic Plus. And I've tried them all out, apart from the DK that I haven't leveled yet, and I'm really enjoying them. I struggle a little bit with the Monk. I don't think I've got the rotation down just yet. I'm struggling a little bit with some of it, but for the most part, I'm actually really enjoying all of them. Now, my main is a Havoc Demon Hunter, and I will be raiding, hopefully, Mythic with the guild that I've joined for this season. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully they keep me for the Mythic team, we'll see, but at least Heroic, right? We'll get that done. But I do want to do some Vengeance at some point in the Mythic Plus. In terms of the Warrior, absolutely loving the Warrior. It kind of helps that they're massively overpowered. They've received a bunch of nerfs, but it hasn't stopped them. The Monk, for the most part, I mean, I enjoy it. It feels like I've got too many buttons, but I can get used to it. It's just a bit squishy at times, and I think that's due to me and the gameplay. Like, I'm not playing it very well, so that's something I need to get better at. The Druid, kind of boring, but at the same time, really well. And the Paladin, for the most part, what I've noticed is, like, I can help out with the healing, which is great. We're kind of, like, really tanky. We've got just a butt ton of interrupts. Like, in terms of pug life, the Paladin is amazing, because you have so many interrupts, and let's face it, no one in pugs interrupts, right? At least for the lower keys. I haven't experienced the higher keys yet. But that's enough of that. Without wasting any more of your time, let's jump into the vaults and take a look at what we got. And we'll start off with the Paladin, because we've actually done keys on all 5 of them. Nothing amazing, we've only got a couple of 2s, but yeah, let's take a look. Alright, so the Paladin, in terms of gear, we are only at 343. I think the Druid is pretty much the same. 285. Oh my god. I love the trinket, the Heart of the Swarm. I love it, but it needs upgraded. It needs upgrading. We're not doing too bad. I mean, we did a 2 last night, like just trying to get that key done for the vault, and it was fine. Tanking was fine. I was a bit squishy, like in some places, maybe pulled a bit too much. The healer wasn't great either, but I'm never going to blame the healer. Maybe. So in terms of the vault, it really doesn't matter like what we pick up. Everything's going to be an upgrade. I can't exactly remember what the +2 gives us. I've got it all in a Chrome tab somewhere. I've got like 30 open. We will check loot specialization. We're currently in Prot anyway. It's the only spec I really enjoy for the Paladin. Let's take a look and see what we get. Okay. I don't actually know what this is. It has a set bonus. So, Chain of the Scorched Bones. Hasten Verse. I think my warrior would appreciate that. The 2 set bonus with the ring. Your spells and attacks against demons have a chance to deal an additional 226 fire damage. Where do we fight demons? Well, it's a massive upgrade. We lose crit. I can't remember the stat priorities. Nevertheless, it's an upgrade, so we're going to take it. Oh, gems. Oh, that's the quest item. And we get a 2. So it's Tyrannical Week. Let's go. Here it is. So we got a Ruby Life Pools. That's fine. I actually really enjoy the dungeon, but pugs struggle with it. Like, the second boss is a massive struggle for some reason. Or it was in my case last night. Massive upgrade. Let's equip it. And we go from 343 to 3, 4, 5. We got epic. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. Let's walk away now. Ah, the druid. Again, same situation. It was a tiny bit higher, probably because of the trinkets. But yeah, anything is going to be an upgrade. 340. Hopefully we can get... Oh man, if we upgrade like the wrists, maybe that... The wrists or the neck, then we might be like 350. Not that it matters. We did a comfortable 2 yesterday. The paladin and the druid did a knockout defensive 2. Absolutely fine. The healers were a bit poop, but smashed it. Tanks are fine this season, honestly. Just gonna make sure spec current, which is the only one I'm enjoying so far. I kind of want to try resto at some point because it looks really good, but it's tank season, man. Oh, the Platinum Star Band. Oh, again, I can't remember stats. I'm playing too much at the minute. Nevertheless, it is an upgrade. I don't know what we're going to replace from. I need to look at the stats, but for now it's an upgrade. There's no question. Got that, and we also got an Algatha's Academy. Another comfortable dungeon that some people struggle with. Let's pop that on. Just going to do that for now and switch them so I can trade rings if it occurs. I'm going to go with item level for now, but I'll have a look at the stats because item level for the most part, like for the main stat and stamina, always a good thing to go by, but in some cases, it's not always the best way to go. Some cases. Oh, and before we log out, 349. That's where we leave the druid. 349. Alright, now we have the monk. And the monk, as I mentioned, I've been struggling with brew. But I've been a massive fan of Windwalker since the beginning of Shadowlands when I picked it up. I played it for the first time, not understanding. I didn't understand it in the past and I was kind of put off. But once I understood like the mastery of it and the rotation, I really enjoyed it. I just really enjoyed it. Having to press a different button instead of like spamming your builder and then your spender, it sat well with me. And the utility, like, we're very mobile and I love that. But this season is about tanking and we will get into that in a little bit after the vaults. Specialization, brew. Current gear is a little higher than the others. We're at 367. Not amazing, but as I say, it's slightly higher. I don't remember. I think we did a 4 or a 5. I can't remember. But again, it doesn't really matter. What are we hoping for? Yeah, I don't think the gear matters at this point. But none of them, like, they're all spec'd for tank, loot specialization, purely because I don't have any great trinkets, really. I've been spamming some of the heroics just to get them, but it hasn't really worked out. Oh, we did. Oh, okay, we got 2. So I think we did a 5, I think. Is that what it means by upgrade level? 5 out of 13. I honestly can't remember. So we got a cape and we got waist. It looks like waist might be the bigger upgrade, yeah. So I'm not sure in terms of stats, but it definitely looks like the waist is going to be a massive upgrade. Alright, so I did just have a look at like sub creation and the stats just to make sure, because like again I'm playing so many different characters and specs that I forget. It doesn't help with the Demon Hunter this season either, because the stat priority for Mythic Plus is different for raiding for the first time, because the talent trees have made like a lot of things viable, which is nice, but it's annoying at the same time. I've actually got it on the side. Verse and crit are the main after item level, obviously, and because this is a massive item level upgrade, I think we'd go with this anyway, but I just wanted to take a look at the stats. And in fact, haste and mastery are the worst stats for Brewmaster, according to Wowhead. They might not be terrible. I'm not entirely sure because I haven't read into it too much, but yeah, the top 2 are verse and crit, so I think it's safe to say that we go with the belt on this one. Yeah. Don't want to be taking any of these tokens this week. No way. No way. None of these tokens. We get a 4, so I think we did a 5. We must have did a 5. And I'm pretty sure I tanked it as well. Okay, so character is 367, and that makes us 369. Ooh. Then we got a 4 Algotha's Academy. Oh, we got burst in this week, huh? Sounds wonderful. All right, that's the monk. Out of all of them, I think I am most excited for the warrior so far, because I think I'm enjoying the warrior the most in terms of Mythic Plus. We are currently sat at 373. Not amazing in comparison to a lot of the guildies, which are, some of them are like, they're close to 400, which is insane. But I've not like specifically gone out of my way to farm the rares every day and do this, that, and the other, and grind endless rep to get items from the vendors that are really high. I honestly have no time for that. I can't be asked. But the warrior, I'm very happy with the warrior. Playstyle, gear, even the transmog, man. Look at the helm. The helm's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. The shoulders go with the set, so it kind of, you know. In terms of gear, again, I haven't got any of the trinkets. Stupid trinkets. I'm alright with the tree mouth. I'm alright, but it's not. I mean, we can do better, right? We can do better. So loot specialization's always going to be protection. I do want to try arms. It's something that I've never really played so much of. I love the Fury, though they've changed it this season, and we got no Blade Storm, so I need to see how that plays out. But let's take a look at the vault and be thoroughly disappointed. All right. Okay, so what level did we do? I'm not actually sure. I think I only did like a 4 or a 5. It gave us a shield. Usually I'd be happy, but oh, the haste. I don't want to lose the haste. So I remember the stats of the prop warrior because it's the same that like Demon Hunter's been for the last 6 years or whatever. Haste and verse. So I think for the most part that's what I'd be going for. I think perhaps versatility comes out slightly on top. I'm not entirely sure. In terms of item level, it doesn't really matter what I take, but I think the shield, the higher item level, and the fact that it is a shield is sub-creation time. Right, I didn't necessarily look at that. I looked at the stats. I think haste actually comes out on top. In terms of like shields, it's not the best. I don't particularly want to lose that much haste, and the avoidance on this is nice, but all that mastery, I honestly like. This is a tough one for me, and I'm struggling, because I mean a shield is amazing, but at the same time I'm gaining haste, which is what I want the most, and avoidance. It's really hard to say no to that. I think we go with the shield on this one. I'm just going to go with the shield for now. It makes the most sense to me, although the avoidance does look appealing. But for me, it's the shield. So we are jumping from, I hope we're jumping, 373. Performing this action will make this non-tradable. I already had one in my bags. I didn't even notice. Ha! Well, I mean, I can't trade that with anyone. This is the... Alright, 373. This is the proper item. 374. We got 1 out of that. I think I'm happy with that. We do need to just sort the transmog out, but we'll do that later. We did get a Halls of Valor 4, which I've been learning the route for that. It's a bit iffy. I missed a couple of packs, but for the most part, I think I did pretty well. But that's the warrior. Alright. Mr. Main, Dillisan. Havoc Demon Hunter. The one I'm kind of nervous about the most. And it's because it's my main, right? I have to get the right choices. So, Havoc is main spec for Raid and Mythic Plus. Though I think if the guild require me to go Vengeance, maybe for some keys, because, I mean, we got all these DPS and healers, but only a few tanks. I'd be more than happy to do that. Plus, I need to test it out as well. But We are main spec Havoc, so that's what we're going in with. Current gear is 382, which I'm quite happy about. Again, I haven't done any of those crazy farms. I haven't been rare spamming every day. I have been keeping up with the weeklies, and I've got a nice, you've probably noticed already, a weekly tracker, I guess you would call it a tracker. A few things, like it tracks the to-do list with like the community feast, the siege, the hunt, wild boss, blah blah blah. I probably need to go in and like edit some of this. It tracks my renown, that's fine. And then you've got like the rares that you can go and farm by the siege and stuff like that. I should have that hidden, or maybe like zone specific, and have it disappear once you've killed them. So in terms of items, I'm gonna get a massive upgrade regardless, right? I'm hoping so anyway. We got a couple of pieces close to 400. A tier piece would be absolutely amazing, along with a weapon, I think. A weapon. You always want weapons, right? And I need 2, so... Alright. Here goes. Let's take a look at the vault one last time. We are in Havoc. Come on, please. Please. Why are you trolling me like that, man? I'm pretty sure some of my tanks want this. We've got... So, I forgot to mention, we did clear the raid on normal. And we also got 1 on heroic, the first one. So, that's what we've got done for this week. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to look at, like, meta, I guess. Again, for the raid, we want haste and verse. And... I think it's haste and verse. No, that might be vengeance, actually. We might want like crit and haste. But anyway, I'll take a look at that in a minute. We got some massive mega upgrades. Oh, I think this might be the one already. But if we do get tier, which we haven't. Oh, we did. Wait. It replaces a 382, but I think I can't say no to this. It's tier piece, right? And we can't convert anything yet, unfortunately. Oh, we're turning down a 405. Oh, this is going to be a tricky one. And, I mean, we've got raid tonight and tomorrow. I'm kind of in the mindset of holding off 2 days. So with the way my raids work, we do Wednesday and Thursday. And then I'm not sure if we're going to be doing it this week. But last reset, we used the Saturday social as a 3rd day just to get that progression done. Didn't get as far in heroic as I kind of hoped for, but we cleared the raid, so I'm happy. And we got 1 tier piece. So it would make sense that I take the hands right now, but if I get a tier piece tonight or tomorrow, then having 3 out of 4, I mean, sure, it's 1 step closer, but if I can take like a best in slot cape, which I'm pretty sure this is crit and mastery is... Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure. Alright, so I think I'm going to hold off for now. I've just had a look at some of the gear. Gloves are in fact the only item out of the tier set that we don't tend to go for. I guess because of the stats. The ones we tend to go for have haste and mastery. This has crit and verse. But I mean, if it's a massive upgrade, then it doesn't really matter. In terms of trinkets, I think I've been trolled on this one. I'm pretty sure this is a tanking trinket, right? Help assist you in combat. I'm not entirely sure. I think one of my tanks, it recommends going for it. So I'm going to hold off on this for now. And if I get a tier piece tonight, and it's not gloves, then I obviously don't take it. But I mean, whether or not I keep the gloves, it doesn't really matter, because the 2 set is absolutely amazing. The Chaos Strike and Blade Dance chance to critically strike is increased by 5%, and their critical strike damage is increased by 10%. The 4 set bonus, so if I get lucky and over the next couple of days I get another 2 and they're not gloves, then I can come back and get the gloves and I have a 4 set. Or I could get lucky and get everything, and then I can just take, I don't know, the cape, because it's a massive, massive upgrade. The neck, not so much. But I mean, 405. Oh. But yeah, the 4 set bonus, Chaos Strike and Chaos Strike and Blade Dance have a 20% chance to increase damage you deal by 8% for 6 seconds. Chaos Strike and Blade Dance critical strikes increase this chance by 40%. So the uptime on that's going to be pretty high by the sounds of it. It's not the most appealing, but I'm sure it's going to deal some damage. All right, so we're going to hold off on this one for today and probably tomorrow. I think today, if we get 2 pieces, I'll have 3. So I'll probably, and if it's not gloves, I'll probably just bite the bullet and get the 4. But we haven't been as lucky so far. We've got a couple of pieces and it's nice. We've got the shoulders, which I'm very happy about. It's very awkward having raid the same day as vault, because as much as I want the 2 set now to progress, I want to hold off, and I think that makes sense. So that's the Demon Hunter. So in terms of what I have planned for this week, it's pretty much the same as last week, and I don't think it's going to change much, to be honest. I've got the raid Wednesday and Thursday, as mentioned. We will be progressing through, I'm not sure if we're going to do much of normal, but we're going to obviously go through heroic, and then fingers crossed, I make the cut for Mythic and we end up progressing through that and hopefully clearing it. Who knows? I do want to heavily focus on Mythic Plus as well, and I will be tanking for the most part. On top of that, obviously, you've got your weeklies and stuff. So I think for today and tomorrow, I'm going to focus on the raid and do some lower keys on some of the lower characters and get them geared up to maybe like where the warrior is. The warrior is in a pretty decent spot. I think I'll push slightly higher on the warrior, maybe get some 10s done this week on the warrior. And I'm going to look at pushing the Demon Hunter as far as I can. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get 15s. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm mechanically there and ready, because this season I'm playing Momentum and I've never played Momentum before. Momentum seems to be the way forward in terms of Havoc Demon Hunters. So that's what I'm going to try and get used to, I guess. For raid, it's been difficult because there's been times where I've had to stack and stay still, and if I can't get my momentum buff going, then yeah, my passes haven't been very kind to me. I need to work on that, as well as positioning. Positioning is key. There's a lot of things like debuffs that you can't share, and for the most part I've done really well, but it's been a struggle. It's something I need to get better at. But we've done well so far. We've done well. Plans for the rest of season 1. I touched on Mythic Raiding. Mythic Raiding is new to me. I've only ever done Heroic. Mechanically, I don't feel like I'm good enough right now. But that's for the raid leader and the guild to decide, I guess. I don't know. I typically put myself down, so we'll see. But yeah, I would definitely like to clear Mythic. For Mythic Plus, I will be tanking a lot. I've always said that I've never quite understood the DK, and that's something that I want to rectify. I definitely want to, I need to get mine leveled up. It's currently, I did have one at level 60, but I don't want to pay for the race change, and I want it to be an orc. It's currently a troll, and I want an orc, so I'm gonna level that up as blood, obviously. And we're going to do some tanking on that. But for the most part, I'm going to be tanking, and I'm going to try and get, if not KSM, then as close to KSM as possible. I've been toying with the idea, and to those that have watched my Shadowlands videos, I've been toying with the idea of a 0 to KSM challenge. And with that, a few things that I struggle with. Playing with pugs, especially tanking, gives me a lot of anxiety because the rest of the group looks to you. You have to lead it. I feel like you have to know everything, right? Yeah, so I'm thinking of not only tanking because it's a role I'm not very good at, and I want to pick a character that I'm also not very good at, and I think for the most part, I'm struggling with the monk right now because of the rotation. It's so squishy. There's a couple of things that I just get one shot, and it's puzzling. And the DK I don't really understand. But if I'm thinking in terms of comfort, touching on the interrupts and some of the mechanics, I think the paladin makes the most sense personally. But if there's enough of you in the comments that would like a specific like class for my 0 to KSM, then let me know. Let me know. Yeah, which class would you like to see me doing the 0 to KSM challenge on? If you want to be kind to me, it would probably be the Paladin. It may be even the Warrior because it's so OP right now. But if you want to be really mean, then it would definitely be like the Monk or the DK. Maybe even the Druid, but I think that would handle it fine. And before I leave you with the 0 to KSM thing, I've only got Keystone Master once, and that was Season 4 of Shadowlands, and I was pretty much boosted by the guild. They've done some changes in terms of like Mythic Plus. I think, I'm not quite sure. Have they lowered? They've upped it like to 20. You can get gear up to 20. So I'm not sure if they've lowered the skill, the difficulty. Like people are pushing 20s already, and we're week 1. So I don't know. Maybe it'll be doable. Maybe we fail. Nevertheless, I think it will make for great content. And I plan on making a lot of like tanking stuff and Mythic Plus related content anyway. Whether that be like live kind of like VODs uncut, me talking over it, I'm not sure. But if you have any suggestions, again, feel free, leave them in the comments below. I'm always open to suggestions. I think that's enough rambling for one day. My throat's killing me, so I'm going to leave you to it. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this content, I would appreciate a like. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And if you want to see or get involved with some of the Mythic Plus content, you can catch me live over on Twitch. I currently stream a few days a week, and I would love to see you there. Plus, I kind of need you guys to carry me. I'm quite awful. All right, friends, that's me done. Good luck in your vaults. Have a wonderful Christmas, and I'll see you next time.